Alright guys, welcome to episode 10 of this little series. So essentially this video is quite important, so it's going to be talking about fundamental analysis. So you've learned about technical analysis already, which is basically just charts, okay? So it's just you analyzing the chart and seeing where price is going to go. The next stage is just fundamental analysis. Now don't get thrown off by it. It's very simple, and to be honest it's quite insignificant, but it's also significant, if that makes sense. What I like to say is that it's insignificantly significant, yeah. So basically this is called news, yeah. It's called fundamentals, or you can call it what you like, but essentially the website that I use for it is called Forex Factory, so make sure you go to it. It's Forex Factory /calendar, so you can go over to the website and then you press calendar and that's it. So what you want to look for is you can see the days right here. So Sunday, there's Monday, there's Tuesday, and then there's Wednesday, and it goes all the way, okay. So you don't need to worry about the most part of it. I know all this numbers and whatnot looks confusing. You actually don't need none of that. It's very simple. Just listen up. So what you want to do, you want to look at what day you're trading. So let's just say it's Monday and you're trading Monday, yeah. So you look on the calendar, so you see what type of news there is, and if there's red folded news, which there is over here, then you don't want to basically trade around that time. So there's different types of folders, okay. So there's a grey folder, which is right here, which is the most insignificant type of news, and then there's yellow folder, which is it's low impact news, essentially, as it says right here. There's orange folder, which is medium impact news, and then there's red folder, which is high impact news. High impact basically means that on the charts, when news happens, it will heavily impact the news. For example, let's just say when Trump talks, right? For example, he says something. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but essentially when he talks, then price literally spikes. Or let's just say CPI comes out, which is consumer price index or retail price index. Any of these types of news, price technically on the charts would spike. So you basically want to stay out of that price action, you get me? Because if you're in a trade and news comes out, it's just going to mess up your trade. It's going to hit stop loss or something, right? So you want to avoid these types of times. So it's as simple as you go on the day that you're trading, you just look at the day you're trading, and then you see any red folder news. Over here, as you can see, 3 p.m. This is UK time, by the way. 3 p.m. USD, red folder news. So you want to avoid this. And by the way, I forgot to mention, USD is the only kind of significant one, just because it's USA, right? It's the most significant country. Same with UK, but it's not as much. Because why? Because we're trading the Nasdaq, we're trading the US 30. These are the two main pairs that I trade, and they are all run by the US dollar. So yeah, make sure you guys are aware of that. Let's just do some more practice, but make sure you guys also look at this website yourself and make sure you become familiar with it. So let's just see Tuesday, yeah. So as you can see, there's no USD news. Well, there is, but they're yellow folder, but they're very low impact, so it doesn't matter. We can still trade that day. We can still trade freely in that day. Let's just see Wednesday over here. What can we see? There we see. So there's USD, and USD. They're all red folder, so 3 red folder news. So we want to basically avoid trading at these times. So you can still trade that day, which I did even on Wednesday. I think made 500, and then all you want to look out for is just to not trade within that time or around that time, because it will create a huge spike in the market, okay. So let me just show you an example on the charts, just so you guys know what I mean, like know what I'm talking about. So we're going to take Friday, for example. I think it was on Friday. Yep. So as you can see, we had news at 3 p.m. I believe, but essentially when price kicks in, let me find it again. Oh, that's Monday. Let me find Friday. Okay, yeah, over here. So do you guys see that as soon as 3 p.m. kicks in, because there's news at 3 p.m., do you see as soon as 3 p.m. kicks in, this big, ugly, big wick candle forms, because it's news. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was PMI news or something, but you don't need to know any of this. But I think it was some sort of news event that happened at 3 p.m. and it fully liquidated all these traders, fully basically messed up the markets. So these are the times where you want to avoid trading. So make sure that you look at the news, you look at the Forex Factory calendar, and make sure that you're not trading during news times. So make sure you just trade after them or before them, or you enter your trade, but you make sure that you get out the trade before it comes to that news time. So Thursday, for example, no news at all. Okay, no, actually there is at 1:30. There's USD unemployment claims, so it's a red folder. So this is a time that you would want to avoid trading. So let's just say you start trading at 12, which is when I start. So I'll start at 12, but I'm probably not going to find a setup until after 1:30. So I'm going to wait until after 1:30. Mind the motorbike, by the way. So you wait until after 1:30, and then I can start trading from, let's just say, 2, for example, and then yeah, from there it's okay. Friday, for example, over here we can see there's Canadian news. We don't really care about that because it's not that impactful, but there is USD, US dollar news, red folder. There's about, oh my god, there's literally 5 red folder news USD in one day. That is crazy. So it's at 1:30 and 3 p.m. I actually traded this day, only made 350, but I'll take it, I guess. And yeah, I think I traded at 4, so 1 hour after news, just because I won't get messed up by news. Do you get me? So yeah, as you guys can see, news is insignificantly significant, because us as day traders, we don't really need to use it at that extent to kind of predict the markets, right? Because we're just in and out. But we also need to look at it just because we don't get railed over basically when news kicks in, and you know, Trump talks, for example, and then it fully dumps or pumps, you know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys need any questions answered, make sure to join the Discord, link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.